Awesome. Hi, guys. Welcome to tonight's team training. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sophie. And tonight's training. Last week we talked about, Eric Worre's the three pillars. So, we talked about mindset last week. And this week we start to talk about the different skills. So, there's 7 skills. So, the first skill that I'm going to talk about is finding people to talk to and building those relationships, because this business, it's all a relationship business. So tonight I'm going to talk about, who do we create these relationships with? How do we find them? I'm going to talk about Facebook. I'm going to talk about Instagram and real life as well. I think a lot of people come into this business with a huge fear of not knowing enough people, which can't be further than the truth, because we have social media, and I promise you, you know a lot more people than you think. So I've got a question. Who here has seen the Justin Bieber baby video? One of his very first videos on YouTube went crazy viral. Yeah, a lot of people. So if you think about, you know, Justin Bieber himself, he introduced that video because he loved it. He was passionate about his music. But did he actually, and on YouTube, it's got like 1.5 billion views or something on YouTube, which is crazy. But did he actually physically share that with 1.5 billion people? No. Someone watched it, someone resonated with it, they shared it, that person shared it, and so on. And so this can relate to our business as well, because we are just sharing our passion, our love, our program that we love, and a desire to help other people, and then they might share it with someone, and so on and so on. So I just kind of like to put that in there, that things can kind of have this domino effect, and you don't literally have to share this with a crazy amount of people. So we get paid literally to help people, to talk to people, to make amazing new friends, to build relationships. And when you are having these chats with people, it's really important or doing your posts, doing stories on Facebook or Instagram, it's really important to be authentic to you. It's, people will pick up if you're not. You are you, you are unique. So don't try and be someone that you're not. Don't try and be your upline or do posts like your upline or sideline buddies. Get inspiration from each other, but don't copy paste just because, that post is doing well. People are going to resonate with you. If you copy paste, people are going to be like, that doesn't sound like her. They're not going to resonate with it. And Facebook and Instagram actually pick it up as spam. So they recognize that's already been posted. I'm not going to give it enough traction. Showcase you, showcase your life. Even if you think it's boring or you don't get up to much, don't fake it and try and be someone else, because it'll end up being exhausting, and you'll end up resenting this business. So just be you. That's all I can say. All right. So who do we talk to? Who do we create these conversations with? You would know in 60 and 60 that the first thing you guys do is create conversations. You create 10 conversations a day, connect with 10 people a day. So the 60 and 60 is there for a reason, guys. Having to connect with these 10 people a day, it helps you start these important conversations and build these relationships. So when you are connecting with people, always keep in mind and be super clear on your avatar. If you haven't done that avatar training in a while, definitely go back and redo it and just really get clear on your avatar. It's important to kind of refresh every now and again, because your avatar might have changed and you might have kind of lost track of it. I know when I first started, I was literally just like, anyone and everyone, join my team. But you want to work with the people that you want to work with. So get super clear on your avatar. When you are, like I said, sharing about you, live your life, live your mission, and speak your values, not your uplines, not your sidelines. And people will literally, they'll magnetize to you. So social media, it's an amazing tool, and the algorithm is forever changing. We know that. But there's some amazing leaders in our team that are social media ninjas, and they'll always keep us posted on, what's up and coming and what works. So when you are finding people to connect to, you've got those 10 connections to start every day, who are you going to connect with? So Something that's really cool is sending happy birthday messages to people. So you can look on your Facebook, it'll tell you every day whose birthday it is. That's an awesome way. It gives you an excuse to start a conversation. So instead of, writing on their wall, it's just going to get lost. If you actually take the time to send them a message, you're going to build that rapport, you're going to build that relationship, they're going to feel special, and it gives you an excuse to start a conversation. So what I do is I look at whose birthday it is, I send them a message. They often reply that day saying thank you. And then I don't reply for a day or two. And then I just continue the conversation and I say, um, they usually say thank you. So I say, you're so welcome. What did you get up to on your special day? And yes, sing them happy birthday. That's always a really cool idea to do as well. Clara, you're so funny. Another thing that the algorithm suggests to do is have engagement with the people on your Facebook, because when you're engaging with them, Facebook realizes that you guys are friends and you're more likely to show up on their feed. So what you can do is what we call kiss hug, which we speak about a lot. So it's loving on a post of theirs, it's commenting, giving them a compliment, and then you can send them a message as well. So you can kiss hug on people in your friends list on Facebook. People in real life, have a really good think and a brain dump of people that in real life, and start to create a list. You can create a friends list on Facebook. Think of people that don't enjoy their job, they want a different job, they love holistic health and wellness and would love to help other people get healthy, would love to help and empower others to create more of an income for themselves. They might want to create more of an income for themselves as well. They might love their job but just need something else to be fulfilled. People that might just want a couple of extra $100 a month for bills or travel fund. You might have mums that are sick of putting their kids in daycare. People who would potentially like to make more of a part-time income. People that want to be their own boss and just are always coming up with a bright idea to make more money. Literally just think of everyone, and then put them all in a list. Go into that list every day, love on them, stay top of mind. Like I said, the more engagement that you have on their posts, the more likely that yours are going to pop up in their feed. So another thing on Facebook is groups that we always speak about. So adding yourself into groups that you relate to. So health and wellness groups, fitness groups, vegan groups, vegetarian groups, spiritual groups, yoga groups, whatever it is for you. Add yourself into groups that resonate with you, add value to them, create conversations with people who might comment on a post you do in there, or you might just start having conversations with people in there, and resonate with what they're saying. So that's another way you can start conversations. Engagement posts. So these are really good posts to, obviously you want to try and get engagement on them, and then you can start a conversation with people that comment. So I want to show you a couple that are my favorite. I've just added them into the engagement or the combo starter post. So I'm just going to share my screen. Hopefully this works. Can you guys see that? Awesome. So this is in the album section of Babes in Business. You guys know that there's all the posts there. So these engagement posts are really good to get people engaging on your post. So it's going to get them to comment something. So a couple that I found that were really good recently, I've just added them here. This one went absolutely crazy. Spell out your middle name with the letters in the alphabetical order, and let's see if we can guess it. And so many people commented on it. And then it's really cool because you comment back on their comment, and so it's kind of like it'll keep popping up in people's feeds. So that post went on for like a week. This next one was really good also. If your pet was on a dating website, post a photo, that would be their default pic. And that was really funny. So that's another way that you can start conversations, is doing engagement posts. Another thing is chasing your likes. So this is a big section in Milestone 1 on how to do this. When you are chasing your likes, guys, make sure you've done your homework, looked at the person's profile first, especially if it's on Instagram. and build that rapport first. You don't want to just be sending them a message like, hey, I saw you like my post, blah, 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 blah. Make sure that they're not already in Babes in Business, they're not already in Juice Plus, and just, yeah, get to know them before, have a conversation before you send anything about your post. But that's, you can do that on, chase your likes on, just doesn't have to be a program or a product or a business post, just any posts you do. You can just be like, hey, I saw you liked my recent post. Thanks for the support. How have you been? Just another way to create a conversation. Okay, so that's predominantly on Facebook. So on Instagram, how do you find people to talk to on Instagram? So again, get super clear on your avatar. This might be, you could find your avatar through people you already follow, so like influencers that you follow, or people that you really resonate with. You might find your avatar through the comments, people commenting on their posts, or just going through their followers. Hashtags that you predominantly use, you might find people that way that you can connect with, or even just look at the people that you're already following. I know I went through people that I've been following for a couple of years and found a lot of my avatars that way, because I'd already had that common interest with them. So you can just start a conversation with them. Again, it's just getting to know people, guys. That's all you really want to do at the start. So with people on Instagram, people who follow you as well, you can even just go into the explore page, find a post that resonates with you, and see other people that liked it and commented on it as well. So when you do find, people that are really your avatar and you'd love to work with and think they'd be amazing at Babes in Business, you can do something similar and create some kind of list that people that you really would love to work with. Unfortunately, on Instagram, you can't, categorize them all together, but people that you do want to love on and you do want to stay top of mind with, you can turn your notifications on, and so every time they post, you'll get a notification. You can go and like it and comment on it. Something that I do is I just have a list of everyone, and I've got like the hyperlink, so I can just click on the link and it'll actually open up their Instagram feed, and I just love and like on them. So I go into that list every day, just like the Facebook list, because then you're staying top of mind for them. Same thing, kiss, kiss, hugs. You can love, comment on a couple of their photos, send them a message if you haven't already, and yeah, just have a conversation with people that way. So you've got, people that you are already friends with on Facebook that you can start the conversations with through your birthday messages, through chasing your likes, through engagement posts, doing the kiss, kiss, hug on your friends lists. Then on Instagram, you can reach out to and connect with people that you might already be following, people that follow you, just people that you come across and resonate with. I know a lot of the time I'll come across a Instagram account and I just love it so much that I just send them a message straight away, just saying how much I love their account. Again, you can chase likes on Instagram, comments, who views your stories. That's another really good way of creating connections with people. Another awesome strategy, which is only quite recent, is doing polls on Instagram. So depending on what the question or the poll is about, gives you an opportunity to create conversation this way. So again, I'll just show you some examples. Share my screen. All right, so this one was one about just, the testers post. It was basically just, asking people about those particular questions that we ask on the testers posts, and then giving them an answer. These are all, I just searched for polls, guys, in Babes in Business, and these all came up. So you can search for them as well, save any that resonate with you. This one Shani did about the omegas. So do you take a post-workout omega? So anyone that, gives you an answer, you can chase the answer and start the conversation with them. This one is an awesome one. So showing people the results of the products and then asking them, do they want to be a part of the berry challenge? Again, people are going to say yes. And always, guys, when you're doing a poll, make sure you're giving 2 yes answers. So, you know, people don't have an option to say no. This one, so who has some 2018 health goals they want to smash? So, you know, we're already up to April, so you could do something about, you know, whose New Year's resolutions have faded away and they want to get back on track. This one was a good one, you know, asking people if they want to get in over 27 varieties of fruit and veg every single day and who would say no. Obviously 11% of weirdos. And this one about about business is, you know, at work I wish I had more purpose or flexibility. And that's a good one because then you can connect with those people and have the conversation and find out, you know, what's actually not working for them within their current job. So where am I? Okay, so with Instagram, when you are having that conversation, if it ever gets to a point where, you know, you want to start inviting them or you do want to share more links with them or something, I'd highly suggest asking if they've got Facebook and convert them to a Facebook friend. I don't know about you, but Instagram, I don't like using it as a messenger tool. So I find that way just a lot easier to, you know, go back and forth with information and whatnot. So they're the types of people that you can create these connections with. Okay, so you've got people on Facebook, you've got people on Instagram, you've got people that you know in real life, having that big brain dump of anyone and everyone that you know. But then what do you do with it once you start having these conversations? How do you build that relationship? So again, happy birthdays are an awesome one. So someone that you might be friends with might not have their birthday for a few months and then they've popped up. Again, it gives you a chance to either create a conversation, it gives you a chance to escalate a conversation that might have kind of died off. But again, it's just showing that you care and building that relationship and building rapport. Kiss hugging on a regular basis, like I mentioned before, so you can go into that friends list. You know, you may have one for potential clients, so for people that you'd love to help get healthier as well. And once you've started the conversation, guys, you literally just get curious. You know, we're paid to talk to people, we're paid to build these relationships. So, you know, something in milestone 1 that we suggest is using form. So that's family, occupation, recreation, and I think it's message. Something that I came across recently I can't remember the guy's name. He's a network marketing pro. He calls it FROG. So he says family, recreation, occupation, and goals. So I like that one too, because then you can start talking about, you know, what they want out of life, and it just gives you a bit of a prompt. All the quality questions, guys, are in milestone 1. So if you need a bit of a refresher, go back and check out all those questions. It might feel a bit weird at first. Yeah, Loz, it's awesome. I love it. It might feel, yeah, a bit strange asking, you know, sometimes random people all these questions. But just remember, guys, some people just want someone to talk to. Some people just want to be heard. So you can be that person. Just get to know them. Be curious. Be a master asker. Get out of your head and into your heart, because you just don't know where this conversation might lead. This person might be, you know, so lonely, and you're opening up to them and giving them a platform to talk. So you never know. Exactly, Loz. Most people love talking about themselves, and you might ask one good question and, you know, you want them giving massive chunks, and you know, only asking, you know, a line or two. And some of these conversations, they may lead somewhere pretty quickly, they might not. Some might take months or years. I know I've got conversations that I've been having for the very start. I had a teamie join recently, and we've been chatting, I think, since March last year. So, you know, you've got to be patient sometimes, but I promise you, it's building that rapport, it's building that relationship that's really important. So if it does get to a point, guys, where you've asked the right questions, they've revealed to you a pain of some sort, and you feel like you've got the opportunity to introduce, you know, either the Health Style Emporium or Babes in Business or the products, you know, the skill next week that we'll learn about inviting and sharing, that's going to be covered in detail next week. However, you know, all the scripts are in Milestone One for you to use. Again, use them and be authentic to you. They're there as a guide. But if you're unsure, if the conversation gets to a point and you're like, oh, I really want to talk about the Emporium, but I don't want to scare them off, I don't want to word vomit all over them, use your mentor, guys. Look in Milestone One, look at the scripts. We've got the reach out scripts, and go to your mentor and say, hey, I really want to reach out to this person. I've looked at the scripts. I think I should say this, and they'll help you. But next week, that's what it's all about inviting people to come and take a closer look. So when you have people interested, you know, it might be from certain posts that you do throughout the 1660. You'll be guided to do posts about the Emporium. You have posts about the products, about, you know, joining your team. From chasing likes. So when people have liked on your post, you've started the conversation with them, built that little relationship and built the rapport, and you've asked them, you know, I saw that you liked my recent post about joining the Emporium. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I've been helping, you know, some amazing women get healthier and happier. Is that something that resonates with you? And they've said yes. You know, or just having these general conversations, or the people that have, you know, given you something to work with the polls. You know, we've got all the scripts there in Milestone One, guys. How to respond to interest. There's the program post, the product post, the business, all the scripts there, the business scripts. Again, put your own spin on it, but use them as a guide. If you're unsure, use your mentor. That's what they're there for, and just be authentic with it. So when you have people interested, like Sophie was talking about before with following up in the 30-day grids, you need to keep a record of who has actually shown interest, because I promise you'll forget. You know, for me, I use a 30-day grid. I've actually started to move away and I use digital 30-day grid, but you want to be writing down, you know, everyone that shows interest. So I've got I've got months here from when I first started. You know, you want to put people on there that you're talking to that have shown interest, so you can keep track. For me, I've actually started creating a 30-day grid on my Google Drive, so then I can take it with me anywhere. I don't have to, because as you can see, mine's kind of fading away and breaking. So my January one's no longer because it ripped in half. So I thought I'm going to make a digital copy so I can keep them, because I love looking back at them and I use them every single day. So make sure that you are in some shape or form keeping track of the people that you're talking to. You don't have to put on every single person that you're having a conversation with, but when they show interest in either the program, the products, Babes in Business, whatever it might be, make sure you're putting them down somewhere. So, you know, you might have a list. I know some girls use like just their note section of their phone, their spreadsheet. Everyone can just make sure they're
that's just things like a thing, like a mother men feel like it's
and that way you just keep track, because I promise you'll forget. Like, there's people on here that from months ago that if I didn't have them written down there, I would definitely forget. And if you're doing this business right, you should forget if you don't have it written down, because there's so many people. Yeah, Nina, I did that when I first started. I was like, I'm just gonna write down everyone that I'm having conversations with, but it gets way too much. So when that conversation, you know, either gets to a point where you've shared some information with them and they've shown interest, or someone's commented on one of your posts or polls or whatever it might be, yeah, make sure you keep a record. That's an awesome idea too. Having a little monthly planner book. Yeah, you'll figure it out, guys. As long as you've got some way of keeping track, you should be fine. And then, yeah, when it comes to following up every day, you use your 30-day grids, or you use your lists, or you use your spreadsheets, or you use your little monthly planner books. And that skill, the following up skill, which, you know, as Soph said before, is one of the massive key skills that we use in this business, that will be covered in a few more weeks. So guys, don't overcomplicate it. You know, at the end of the day, we're having conversations and building relationships with people. Just make sure every day that you are starting conversations with people with the tips I've shared here. And then you're also building those relationships every day also. So, you know, you're starting them, but you're also building them and making sure you've got time, you know, within your day to do that. If you're ever unsure, connect with your mentor. But yeah, I think that's all I've got. Is there anything else, Shani, you wanted me to cover? Okay, awesome. Nice and quick.
Maybe if anyone has any questions, if anyone's challenged with bringing on teamies or clients, is anyone not using any of those strategies and still challenged? Maybe let's answer some questions. Nope.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Alrighty, guys. Oh, yep.
Someone has a question.
Yeah, so? So I've said, I was wondering if it would be helpful to make an album with ideas of polls. Yeah, I reckon. Just like an example, like a program post album, we could have a polls example. Valentina, tips on how to bring up becoming a client or teamie casually. So that will be covered next week, Valentina, on how to invite someone to take a closer look.
Maybe if everyone would like to add their poll ideas to the existing albums, so like if it's a teamie poll, like screenshot them and add them in there, guys. You have the ability to add them in yourself. If it's a poll for clients, add it in the potential, like the client album that we have. Definitely share your polls in there. I'll upload some today. I've got a few saved on my phone as well, but you guys can share them too.
Yeah. I'm just going back to the questions. Yeah, so Jess, there's an app you can download for your computer called Flume, and it actually allows you to access Instagram on your computer. So it's a lot easier to access your messages. I don't have it. I don't even know where it's gone off my computer, but yeah, it's just called Flume. So if you just Google it, it just downloads and it just looks like your Instagram on your computer, and it's just a lot easier than being on your phone sometimes. With your engagement posts in groups, do you start adding and chatting to everyone on just your avatar? Just my avatar. So if you chatted to everyone, you'd be there forever. So go into the groups that resonate with you, add value, and then people that comment on your posts, you know, you don't have to connect with everyone, just the people that resonate with you. How do we transition back into a friend after we've dropped the hints or links? So with friends, what's the best way to smooth it back over? And they've just given you nothing? After we've dropped the hints or links. I guess just continue the conversation until they say yes. But it depends, because if you, yeah, it depends who you've got on your Facebook, I guess, if you're not adding any new people in. So if you know, you'd actually never know. I know a lot of girls, they don't want to post because they're scared of what people, you know, will think of them, or they don't want to share what they're up to with their current people on their Facebook. But you will be surprised at the people that actually will come back to you, and you'll post something and they'll be like, oh my God, I need this. So you just never know. Awesome. Is there any other questions? Does anyone have any other tips of starting the conversations? Anything on Instagram or?
Hold on, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So there's a few people when I do polls on Instagram, they'll always they'll click that they want more info or something like that, like on a lot of my polls, but then they don't really give me anything, and I'll always reach out to them and start those conversations, but then it's like they're not interested and they're just kind of clicking it for the fun of it.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
people
cool.
are just clicking on it. I think people are just being like, yeah, I'm going to participate.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've just got to do what you know and you know, ask some questions, and if they don't get back to you, there's not much we can do.
Also
Okay,
with
cool.
that, with polls, just be careful on where you position the answers, because sometimes when people are just sitting there flicking through your story, if you position it in maybe where their thumb's going to be, that's where they might accidentally click your answer, and that might be why they don't reply to you. So just be strategic where you place your little poll answers as well.
Yeah, I have actually had that a few times from people.
Yeah. Awesome. Crystal gave a good tip. So if someone posts a good foodie pic, you can message them and say, ask about the recipe or what they put in it. Start the conversation that way.
Yeah, I've got a little tip as well. I've actually been commenting, going through on my MFA, doing MFAs every single day and commenting on Instagram stories. If someone's posted a story, I'll go and comment and message them that way. So then it won't just look like you're reaching out and a random reaching out sort of thing. So that's really helped me.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. That's an awesome way, and that's a good thing to do if someone hasn't responded to you, and you can go into their story and comment on it, and they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't write back to your previous message.
I just want to say one thing that I do. I'm not sure how many other PTs are on the line here, but one little thing I do to get people engaged is I go into groups and I offer a really simple little free workout. And I get loads and loads and loads of people saying, yes, 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 I want that. And it's just, and then I start conversations with all of them. So it's but the workout's really simple. It's giving it away, but not too much away. So it's just getting them interested. So yeah, if anyone's a qualified PT on the line, then that's a good little strategy to use.
Awesome. Cool. So Shani said, start shouting people out, connect with your avatars and ask them if you can shout them out because you love their latest post, and boom, you'll have an excuse to keep talking to them. They'll love you and respond to you. I love that. Awesome. Anything else? Any other questions? Awesome. All right. Well, we might stop it there. I'm going to stop the recording.